And we are live. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. It is Bitcoin Ben. My friends, hold the hell on. That's all I gotta say. All right, and this is not exact. I literally just bought $1,000 worth of Bitcoin like 5 minutes ago. After I was exchanging text with a friend of mine up in New Yorkish.
Hey Ben, we can't see you. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Oh, okay. Hang on one second. Let me settings. We go here. We go here. Hang on one second. Let me see that. All right, hang on one second. I am gonna pause this. In fact, I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna bring this up. There we go. All right, now I have good signal. Nope. I'm just gonna keep rolling. Hell with it. My friends, this is a huge moment for Bitcoin. I want you guys to write down this friggin' date. What is it? All right, 6/21, 2023. This is when it begins. Now, what I mean when I say this is when it begins, everyone's excited about BlackRock and the other 6 who announced that they are applying for an ETF, right? That's awesome. That is amazingly awesome. But you have to understand what's going on over in Russia, China, India, Indonesia, South Korea, Iran, Iraq, all of Northern Africa. And it's all hell's gonna break loose. You guys have heard me say this before, but please listen to me. I'm gonna break this down and you'll understand it. If you do not have an account at Caleb and Brown, click the link under here and open one. Even if you're not going to buy or sell Bitcoin right now. Because what they're doing is they are capitalizing their market structure. That's what BlackRock is doing. That's what all of these are doing. They're trying to kill the retail level, right? They're trying to kill being able to remove your coins off of exchanges. Now, you can send your coins in to these new exchanges launching, but your contract with them will execute in cash. This is like the COMEX. This is like you'll send in, you'll actually purchase a share or you'll purchase a share of the ETF. They in turn will purchase the Bitcoin and they'll put it in their custody. And when you cash out, they'll pay you in cash, right? But their goal, you have to understand, these people think in generational terms. And I'm going to explain that here in a second. Well, that will be on Rumble once I'm off YouTube. I'm going to explain how this is all tied in with the bloodlines that we all talk about, you know, the Illuminati, the leaders, shall we say. All right. It's these things these entities are launching this now. I want you to grasp how much this is here. All right. All right. BlackRock has applied for 575 ETFs. They've been rejected once, and they got accepted on that one like 2 weeks later. Right? BlackRock is not going to apply unless they know they're getting approved. The SEC employees all go to BlackRock after they leave the SEC. Right? This is, and this is why I'm telling you guys, if you have any, and I've been saying this for 6 months, if you have any extra capital, create an account at Caleb and Brown. Don't use Coinbase. Caleb and Brown is not an American exchange. It's an Australian over-the-counter. I've been partnered with them for almost 5 years now. They're the only over-the-counter that I trust. I cannot stress enough of what I'm saying here. Because out of the 3 exchanges, one last night, to this morning. Every single one of them. We're going to go into the weeds. There's a club. The club's nickname is the Rockies. All right. The Rockies are people associated with BlackRock. Ex and current. They're called the Rockies. All right. These people are the bloodlines. These people are the Illuminati. These family offices are the bloodlines. There's a reason this has rolled out this way. All right. I'm going to move this, and I'm going to move this over here. There we go. Yep. That will work. Hang on a second. All right. Now. All right. Prometheus. Now, my boy, Pit Boy, all right, Ben Armstrong has been on this for about a week or so now. People are starting to catch on to what I've been saying, all right? These guys here, Prometheus, they are the first SEC registered special purpose broker dealers. No one's ever been given this license. This license has never existed before. All right? Prometheus gets it first. Well, who the hell is Prometheus? This is Prometheus. Now, the others are important too, but I want to point out Martin Kaplan, Aaron Kaplan, and Benjamin Kaplan. These are the bloodlines, right? These are one of the bloodlines. You ask, hey, Bitcoin Ben, who are they? Why are they important? All right. Martin Kaplan's father, his name was Benjamin Kaplan, right? This guy was one of the prosecutors at the Nuremberg trials. Yes, those Nuremberg trials. Now, what you have to understand, and I'm actually going to remove this because this is so important. The Nuremberg trials were the cover-up for Operation Paperclip. Right? Operation Paperclip was bringing Nazis from Germany into the American medical, scientific, industrial, and education systems. That's what the Nuremberg trials were. They were a cover-up for Operation Paperclip. They were not getting to the bottom of this and we're going to prosecute some people. No, it was a show trial, right? The Nuremberg trials were purely a show trial. And this guy's Martin Kaplan, his father, right, Benjamin Kaplan, right, he was also one of the principal architects of the Nuremberg trials, right? And he was a professor at Harvard. Who'd he teach? Who'd he help raise up? Ruth Ginsburg and Stephen Breyer. Each of those, you know who they are. Now, more revealing than that, one of his law clerks, all right, one of his law clerks was a guy named Cass Sunstein. All right, Cass Sunstein is the author of a book called Nudge. Nudge. That book was the second edition of Rules for Radicals from Sal, oh shit, I can't remember his name, but I digress. Right, these are the bloodlines. These are the bloodlines of the Caesarian mafia. You have to understand who these guys are, right? And why Protherium why they got the first ever license for the special purpose broker dealer. The special purpose broker dealer is the future NASDAQ. This is the future NASDAQ. Read what it says. Building the future of markets. Right? Prometheum provides a solution for digital asset securities investing, bringing together a blockchain-powered platform with the benefits of a security-regulated marketplace. Now, you have to understand who was Prometheum's number one investor. Who launched Prometheum? Who? The Chinese government. You have to understand, Prometheum has a coin. Prometheum has a coin attached to the platform. just like Binance, right? Just like Binance, Prometheum has a coin. Who has all of the coins? The Chinese investing group holds 100% of the coins. 100% of the coins. These guys don't own any of the coins. Now, they may be getting paid coins as part of their employment arrangement, shall we call it? It's kind of like the CEO of Tesla gets a salary, but most of their compensation is in Tesla shares. Same thing here, except it's a digital asset, right? Now, what else makes Benjamin Kaplan, right, so important? Listen to this, folks. Benjamin Kaplan was one of the fundamental writers for the federal rules of civil procedure. Now, let me explain that. Right? The federal rules of civil procedure is the creation of the civilian courts, the civil courts. Before this, there were no civil courts. There were local jurisdictions. Everything was local before the implementation of the federal rules of civil procedures. Let me break it down very simple for you. This is the progressive. I can't break it down on YouTube yet. Give me about 8 minutes. When I shut off YouTube, remind me and I'll go back to it. Because I can't say what I need to say to get it, to put it together on YouTube. I guarantee this video would be flagged if I did, right? But the importance is that what they're doing, what they're involved with right now, why BlackRock, why Prometheum, why all of these things are all of a sudden popping out. They've crushed the American over-the-counter crypto market. Coinbase, Binance US. Did you see that on Binance US earlier today that Bitcoin jumped to $138,000? I'm not joking. Bitcoin on Binance US jumped to $138,000. in one flash buy. You know how much did you know Binance is one of the largest, or is the largest exchange in the world? My friends, you're witnessing the global elite, the bloodlines, trying to capture the next system. They know that the leader of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is on his way out. He's on his way out. They are launching this before Gary Gensler is removed. They're in a panic to capitalize for the next system. And they are preparing, whether you believe me or not is irrelevant. They're preparing for Trump to win. Just like you and me. Right? If they've got their keys, they've got their coins. The way that the wealthy push a shitload of money into a place where no one can get it is through Bitcoin. So BlackRock and all these other exchanges, right? They can draw out a lawsuit from the Trump administration for a long time, for a long damn time. But when they lose, they can refuse. They can refuse to give up their Bitcoin. And I think they will. But they're trying to collect as much as possible. And you know who else is? The Middle East. That was the second conversation from a friend in Dubai. They are buying up Bitcoin like it's going. The elites are in a race with the elites. The elites, because you have to understand, there isn't just two factions. There isn't the good guys and the bad guys. You're talking about the Chinese mafia, right? The Golden Dragons. You're talking about the Russian mafia, right? You're talking about the Jewish mafia, the Khazarian mafia, right? Yes, triads over in China, right? These CBDBs, the central bank digital currencies, are secondary to these people. That's their cash out currencies. That they don't care. They're launching the central bank digital currencies. But the winner is who holds the Bitcoin and the gold. That's the winner. Now, mostly the Bitcoin. All right, everyone over on YouTube. Bye-bye. Click the link under here. Join us on Rumble. We're going to keep going. Bye, YouTube.